Whispers dance where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.
Stealing hand, hearts ignite, echoes call through endless night. Rise up, the dawn is near. The call of legends loud and clear, through fire and frost,
That's just epic.
It's a fun
Yay.
intro, huh? That's like I gotta say, that's gotta be like my 15th intro I've made in the past like 4 or 5 years. And I gotta tell you, the tools progression to make things like that over the last 4 or 5 years have been crazy. Like that entire intro is AI. The whole thing, from beginning to end, is a combination of AI audio, AI sound, AI effects. It's like even when I use the it's an editing tool called Filmora. So I use Filmora 16. Half of their stuff over the course of the last year has been replaced with AI editing features. So it's a lot easier to clean things up now. Before you used to have to go cut, edit, and do all this stuff and then bring it back in and start all over again. You don't really have to do that anymore. So it's pretty epic. Pretty interesting the way things have come.
Very cool.
However, where we last left off, the team, having finally made it to the area known as the Scar within the Cloud Top district of the upper castle area of the center of Emon, they began their research journey. Here they discovered a Vardo that seemed to be linked to Dormir, and possibly could be a magical way that he moves about or comes in and out of the Scar area for his purposes of research. We also know that there were other people here conducting research, and the team started their journey down into the Scar, began to take samples. They began to look into the different areas of the Scar, found the main pathway to the very center. Here, based on Dormir's instructions, they conducted the spell effect that they... Dorm. I'm thinking of another character, another game. Dorm. They found out that the spell was not Mold Earth, but actually turned out to be the spell Earthquake, which not only created a unique outcome, but as the team went through the center of the crater and down through what felt like multiple planes of existence and arrived in a subterranean cavern, they began to search about and try to figure out what had happened. They stumbled into some basilisks, and where they battled and defeated the basilisks, began to do some investigation around the cavern that they were in, where the basilisks were killed, and discovered a strange cave up above where a spider lurched itself out of there and surprised Bludgeon, and the team found themselves battling a rather strange and unique looking cave spider at the same time. Once the spider was defeated, the team then found themselves up in the upper cavern and discovered the spider's lair on the inside. Here they retrieved the multiple different aged bodies of the professor, realizing that these were all him, but at different points in time. They began to then realize something more significant had happened when that spell was cast, as it would appear that multiple rifts were opened, and all of them opened within the, not quite the multiverse, but different timelines of existence within the same concept of the universe that you're in. This allowed for things to come here that were significantly older, and in one particular case, Panthea or Panthea's character's name, which usually is up for me to remember.
That's funny. It was up when I came in. Eldira.
Eldira had the strange opportunity to talk to her elder self and even watch her elder self sacrifice themselves to protect the others that had aged unnaturally and were able to escape the rift before it closed on her. She was forced to keep it open. And Eldira also watched as two particularly nice items on this particular Eldira. One was a deck of many things, but as we all know, without a possessor, a tiny little gate opened up, a strange hand reached through the gate, plucked up the deck, and pulled it back into the ethereal plane, where it will roam and wander until once again it is found. The team, taking a long rest, waking up after the long rest, came back down into the basilisk cavern, and then started their journey up towards the caves above where the basilisks came from. And I believe you guys chose the center cave, correct? Because that was where most of the traction and footprints and other activity had led. Bludgeon leading the way in, followed by Eldira and Lyra from behind. Bludgeon, give me a perception or investigation check. Your choice.
Investigation rolls 17.
17. This cavern or this cave that you're in is now more of a tunnel. The cave floor or the tunnel floor is very gravelly with a lot of chewed up rock and heavily coursed trail of basilisk prints. And you can tell that they've been coming back and forth here. You can also tell that there are drag marks of maybe things being dragged deeper into the tunnel as well. The edges of the tunnel surface are covered in brightly glowing mycelium, a strange configuration of mushrooms in green, yellow, orange, red, and other colors that kind of permeate and give a very kind of faint glow. Most of that glow feels more of like a subtle green glow. There's a heavy kind of moist smell in the air, like it's pretty damp within this tunnel. And looking up ahead, it looks like the tunnel goes for at least another 100 feet and then begins to kind of wind to the right before you lose track of being able to see much further than that. What would you guys like to do?
Not die.
That's
That was-
implied.
That would be an objective.
Oh, okay, good.
Can we see at this
So
point?
glad that you understand that that was implied.
Go ahead, Bludgeon.
Can we see at this point?
It's a very low light, like it's almost like you're looking through a thermal camera as you're looking down this long tunnel, because of the way the mushrooms are kind of giving off these strange lights and these strange hues of low light.
They're like bioluminescent mushrooms.
Yeah, very much like bioluminescent kind of vibe to the light spectrum. The furthest you can see is 90 feet straight ahead. There doesn't seem to be any apparent threats, and you notice that the tunnel at about the 90-foot mark kind of winds off to the right, and then you can't really see much further than that without moving forward.
Can I roll an investigation on the prints that we see and what was being dragged? And if they are in fact the basilisks?
You can give me a survival check if you'd like. Investigation might tell you more about how many and when they were here, but survival would tell you exactly what was brought through here.
Okay. That would be an 11.
11? You're not sure what was brought through here, but there are dried blood trails. You get the feeling that maybe previously the basilisks had successfully hunted something, dragged it through here deeper into the tunnel.
Got it.
Anything left behind? Like drop weapons or anything?
Give me another investigation check, Bludgeon, as you start looking around the rock and gravel area to see if you can find anything.
8.
8. Doesn't look like any equipment or items were dropped. You do see the occasional torn bit of linen or maybe an article of clothing that might have been worn, a bit of fabric, maybe some shredded leather from like a belt, or the remnants of a halberd or a kind of leather bit of armor, but nothing substantial.
Got it. Well, let's move forward.
Yeah.
Are you guys being stealthy at all?
Yes.
Yes, I would love to.
All right. Give me a group stealth check, if you would, please.
Not stealthy.
It's those flat feet that halflings have. They flap when they walk.
13.
13. What'd you get, Lyra? It's a group check, so I need to know the number for the average.
14.
5. Okay. What'd you get, Bludgeon?
14. 1-4.
14. It's about an average of 9 for the group, I think. Mostly because as you guys line up and follow Bludgeon leads the way a few feet ahead, with Lyra in the middle and Eldera kind of like bringing up the rear. At some point, traversing towards the bend in the tunnel, Lyra trips over some gravel and scatters gravel across the tunnel, and it kind of echoes and rings off. But with that sharp sound happening, you guys notice that all the mushrooms go dark. They just, like, as soon as they hear that sound, they go dark, and it's now pitch black inside the tunnel.
Oh, great.
Oops.
Does anyone have dark vision?
I do.
So, Eldera, from your perspective, as you see that happen, both Bludgeon and Lyra are beginning to reach for torches. You can see it with your dark vision around Lyra's feet, a kind of gelatinous material that's creeping up through the rock and beginning to kind of fold over as if it's going towards where she's standing. She's reached into her bag. She's pulled out a torch like she's trying to light it. You do not get the feeling she has any idea that it's at her feet.
Look out!
Lyra, as you hear Eldera yell, look out, you look down at your feet. You see this gelatinous ooze begin to kind of form around your feet.
Ooh, dancing back.
Yeah, as you start backpedaling away from it, Bludgeon, you quickly strike the torchlight. And the moment the torch comes on, you watch as the entire section of this tunnel, this strange gray-like ooze was forming up. But as soon as the torchlight comes into effect, all of it immediately seeps back into the cracks and crevices of the floor, of the gravel.
I'll flash the torch at her feet.
Yeah, you flash it down there. The ooze retracts, and no sign of it. It dips into the cracks and crevices.
Ew. I pick up Shadowpelt's feet and make sure none of it's left on his feet.
Seems to be. It seems to be pushed
Photosensitive?
back by the light.
Let's
The
So I
drink.
fill it with fire.
The mushrooms are still dormant.
That's fine. Let's continue on.
Bludgeon, as you continue to lead the way, you finally get up to the point where you can see around the right-hand turn in the tunnel. As you peer around the right, the tunnel continues on, but it's well lit again. As you can see down this tunnel, all those colorful luminescent mushrooms are now active down this tunnel. And it goes for another 50 feet, and then it sharply descends into another well-lit tunnel, but you can't quite see because the downward angle is too sharp. You'd have to get up to where the angle is to be able to see downward.
All right.
Stealthy,
Let's-
stealthy.
Do we keep the torches on, though? Yeah.
Yeah, because if those turn off, if we make noise,
We're in the dark.
yeah.
All right. Let's move
How many-
stealthily.
Yeah,
How
give me another stealth check.
How many torches do we have?
I don't know. It's your inventory, not mine.
Thanks.
19.
19 for your stealth check. What'd you get,
If we go-
Eldera?
That would be a 20, dirty 20.
20. Nice.
Oh, I got a natty 20 for
Nice.
24.
Nice. This time with that, the thought of those things coming back and not wanting to disturb the mushrooms, Bludgeon leading the way guides you down this next section of the tunnel. And you guys are moving so quietly, whereas previously you kind of weren't that quiet, but now you are. You notice that the mushrooms have gills. And the mushrooms seem to kind of like open up and close, like they're breathing. You could see little speckles of like silver dust kind of coming out and in and out and in of the mushrooms. As you lead them up to the edge of the sudden decline down what feels like this tunnel ramp, Bludgeon, as you reach the top, there are 4 desiccated skeletons strewn in different positions as if they kind of died at this point. One is a dwarf, one is a human,
Oh,
one is an elf, and one is a halfling.
Do they look like our older selves?
Well,
Like our
they're
older-
mostly
our older?
they're skeletons with little bits of skin and things that haven't quite rotted yet.
have-
If anybody would like,
have-
somebody can make a medicine check to see how long
wait,
it might have been
wait.
down here.
Do they have gear on the skeleton still, or are the skeletons stripped bare?
They do have gear.
Does it look like it's way better than our gear, or does it look like, like shitty gear?
I mean, none of the gear looks to be magical.
Okay, so it's shitty gear. So great. This is us dying. We have to watch out.
I don't know. I think Bludgeon's got a cool crossbow.
Anybody have the ability to analyze plants?
I have nature.
Give
What?
me a nature check.
Look at the mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm not the best with nature.
I am going to look at the mushrooms. Are they hallucinogenic? 19?
19. As you begin to kind of look at the different colors, the fact that they kind of pulse and look like they kind of breathe through fibrous gills underneath the mushroom caps, you actually do recognize these, Lyra, as being a
Oh dear.
kind of being in the kind of business of research and other kind of flora fauna activity. Although it's strange, these are usually only ever found in the Underdark. These are myconid spawn. These are the very
Myconid?
yes, myconid spawn. These are the very beginning birth of creatures called myconids.
Are those people that become mushrooms, or mushrooms that become people?
Um,
I think they spawn out of people.
They can, depending on what happens to the person that dies in a myconid patch. But these will eventually grow up to be myconid mushroom humanoid creatures.
Interesting. And we presume that they're going to shoot off spores if we go by them and screw up.
Technically, right now they are, but they're not. They don't seem to be harmful. They seem to breathe the damp air and exhale this silver kind of dust. It's almost as if they're filtering the air in here for them, from what it feels
Does
like.
it look like the dust is getting on us at all?
Oh yeah, it's on your armor, your clothes, on the ground. You can run your finger down your armor or clothing, and you've got a collection of it on your finger. It's kind of got an
Great.
oily.
We're going to turn into mushrooms. This is great. Great.
I'm going to take
Or
a
become-
rag and make a mask over my nose and mouth and tie it
Okay.
off.
Yeah, you take a bit of fabric out of your backpack and
I'm
tie
going
it
to
around.
same thing. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're COVID mushrooms.
That's right.
COVID mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Eldera, do you do the same?
Your mic is
Good.
off.
Yeah, your mic is off.
I'd like to roll nature, just to see if
On the particulate, or what are you checking for?
just about like what to expect with like myconids. Maybe anything that I could recall from.
That might be more of a
Studies.
history check if you want to make a history check.
Even better, I'm a +3 at that.
There you go.
Oh, ooh, nat one. I skipped herbology class.
I would say the
I
only
want-
thing, yeah, I would say the only thing you can recall is it could either be dangerous or not. They're very difficult things to understand.
Dangerous or not. I want to see if I remember anything about these shroomy shroom myconids.
Yeah, give me a history
Well,
check.
I will also.
I
dice
got a
from my
16.
notes.
16. They are usually, these things only grow on living things.
So are these walls? Do they look alive? Are we inside a creature?
As Lyra says that, you watch as Lyra kind of like peel at the what she thought was dirt or like cavern or like tunnel residue, and as you draw your hand across it, there is now exposed like pink and purple flesh, and you can see that there's a skin kind of permeation, and there's like a large vein currently pulsing with blood and a pulse.
Like we're in something's respiratory system or something. Holy, that's
Hard to
gross.
know.
That's gross. I don't want to be in here anymore. Okay.
Should we go back?
Did
To what end?
it change? I mean, we had mushrooms, and these things seem to be different than the other glowing mushrooms.
No, they seem to be the same. But you guys are currently standing at the top, where it suddenly kind of like dips down deeper below.
Into its stomach. Yeah. That's great. Let's just
Right into
go
Big maw.
right into its stomach. Yeah. This is gonna be fabulous.
Let's do it.
Let's
Bludgeon,
go.
as you begin to lead the way down the path, down the tunnel, even now, you kind of like look at the tunnel sides and looking at the mushrooms, and you kind of kick away some of the gravel in the path, and you could see that there's a strange kind of fleshy feel to the path that you're on. And as you descend down and down and down, you feel your feet begin to enter something liquidy, but it's kind of got like a real thick kind of mucusy feel to it. And it's kind of bioluminescent green. It's kind of now moved on from like a humid vegetation smell to more of just like a persistent rotting smell.
Digest.
And, you know, and as you reach the bottom, as the three of you reach the bottom of this, you're now staring in to what feels like more like a traditional cavern, like a more traditional cavern cave-like area that feels different than the tunnel that you're been walking through. And there's a 12-inch layer of green water that covers the entire floor of the cavern in front of you. There's crystalline rocks of blue kind of lighting things up. But the one thing is, on the other side of the cavern, you can see a set of stairs that lead up to a glowing circle of energy.
Ooh.
And to the left of that stairwell, that staircase, you can see a massive pile of bones.
Oh, well, that's unsettling.
What about treasure? You got like a big pile of gold.
Give me a perception check as you try to scrutinize the area before entering into it.
9. No, sorry.
I mean, you're pretty far away from the bone pile. It could be a good candidate for something being over there. There's the variety of the skeletons and bones, and the passing of time seems to be very different here. This place feels strange. It just feels like a strange area. And the whole time in the background, that blue glowing 5-foot diameter glowing portal-like gate just swirling up at the top of the stairs, just
Does
to
it
the
look-
right side of the pile of bones.
Does it look similar to the swirling one that was in the spider webs?
Yes.
It's the last one then.
Well,
Last portal, maybe.
that's what the elf chick said. Not that I was awake.
I just see this little halfling look back at Eldera. That's what the elf chick said.
Up to her neck in the green slime.
More
Oh
like
my
her
God.
knees, probably. Knees and thighs. But yeah, you guys are standing on the
I got
entrance edge. into the
shadow
cavern.
pelt on my head.
Okay.
I'm
What
gonna
would you guys like to do next?
take my sword and see how deep this green muck is.
Yeah, you watch as Bludgeon sticks the sword goes down about 6-7 inches.
All right. I'll step out gently and move across. To the
Give me a stealth check, Bludgeon, as you enter into the green water.
Nope. 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 This all feels like nope. Mm-mm.
12.
12. As you step in, the ripple of the water kind of cascades out towards the other side. From this position, you can see that the cavern is about 30 feet wide and about 70 feet to 80 feet deep towards where the pile of bones are. You can then see the stairs are right to the right of the bones, and they lead up about 15 feet to where the gateway portal is. But so far, nothing seems to disturb you. You move 15, then 20, and then 30 feet. And about the 30-foot mark, you swear something slithered over your boots. Like you felt something kind of really quickly shift and move over your boot. You watch as a ripple of water kind of goes away until it gets near the edge of the cavern wall and seems to bubble up, and then like something ran off underwater. Do you want to keep going, Bludgeon?
Stay away from the water.
How big? We can't if we want to go to that portal. How wide is this leading up to the?
It's about 30 to 40 feet wide until you get to the stairs that lead up to the portal. The stairs that lead up to the portal are 10 feet wide.
And then how long is it?
Bludgeon's about halfway down, so it's about 90 feet. He's halfway to the portal at this point.
Bludgeon, why was I not on your shoulders? Okay. I guess, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go at it.
You're stepping in also, or are we in a line?
Well, you're 40 feet ahead,
All right.
and they are at the edge because they were waiting to see if you find anything.
All right.
Or if you fall into a mire of grossness. Yeah.
Snake
Yeah.
bites me, and you can pull me out of there. All right. I'll keep going.
You watch as the dwarf hold on a second. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a silver piece. He casts light on the silver piece, kind of throws it up into the ledges of the rocks up above, and it jams into the rocks and cascades light downward towards the water to give you guys a little bit more of a visual ability to see in front of you. The dwarf goes, let me go next. And the dwarf kind of steps into the water, gets halfway to Bludgeon, then Lyra steps in, and then Eldera steps in. Bludgeon, as you start leading the line deeper towards the steps, you notice that the bone pile begins to shift and move as a creature kind of comes out of the bone pile, its upper body. It's almost as if the upper body is a shell of bones. It's quadruped in form with a strange kind of small front arms in front of it. Underneath, there's this gurgling sound that it makes. A long, slithering tongue comes sliding out. I need you guys to roll for initiative, if you would, please.
We disturb the waters. Just like Aragorn told us not to do.
10.
see. Let's do ambush tonight. So go
So that-
ahead and roll twice the dice.
So it's 2d10.
arm is made up of body parts and bones. It's going to take a claw strike at you. You're medium and it's large.
when you hit a large or smaller creature. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
He's
I think you're good.
pushed back 10 feet.
You have different martial abilities, right? What martial abilities do you have?
That was called precision attack.
The nick property on your dagger, so you get to roll an attack with your dagger again, and this time you get to include the damage modifier. and take a strike. It's going to bite and claw at bludgeon.
At a disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh
We-
no.
And
we
you just
skipped
hear
a
him like
step.
yell a muffled, "Ah! What the hell?"
Hey, last bad dad joke I did on this stream was last week, so
Yeah,
been a week.
they're rife.
Been a week.
Eldera, do you want to move at all, or are you staying put?
Yeah, I'm moving as far back as I can.
That'll take you back to the edge of the wall right there, because it's a sheer wall behind you.
Okay,
Or
that's
actually,
fine.
no, the rock will take you right there.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. With that,
Yay.
Dravorak is going to get back on his feet. He's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself and get 20 points back.
Oh, good.
He is then going to hustle around the edge. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And he'll come around and tuck himself right there. And then he will bonus action
is 10, 11, 19, 23.
Unfortunately, it was pushed 10 feet back to the center of the moonbeam, so you have to roll Constitution save for yourself as well, Lyra. But you get
Oh, well,
advantage
I'm
because you're inside the body.
Okay. Con 21.
So you'll take half damage of whatever you roll next. So roll 2 dice and have it.
8. So 4.
So that Aldera, as your Eldritch Blast slams into it, it knocks it back into the moonbeam, and you watch as the moonbeam just melts the rest of it. Just kind of just irradiates it. The radiant energy kind of causing its form to come apart and just slough down onto the ground. And you begin to hear a giggling Lyra as she slides out of the muck and kind of lands in the water. But you also hear a bunch of like metallic sounds as you see some weapons and armor, some coins and other things spilling out of the internal of the creature. You get the feeling whatever it's been eating, it's been slowly digesting the material inside its body, and that has all been released and out into the water.
Well, I want to look at those things as I slide out with them.
At 1 second, lass. How are you on your health? Do you need some heals?
Yes.
Here, take this. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Some divine energy pulses in to your shoulder. You get 18 hit points back.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
That's painful.
Everybody else okay? Anybody else need any healing? Bludgeon, you okay over there?
I've got 2 points that I need, but I can wait if you don't want to waste it.
Well, we could take a short rest before we try to go through the gateway. I'm going to go check out the gateway. Why don't you guys see what this bugger was carrying around inside of him? You watch as Dravorak kind of heads over towards the gateway, leaving the 3 of you to kind of pilfer through the remains.
We are pilfering through the remains.
Do we have an idea of what kind of creature this was?
You could give me either nature or history check, your choice.
I would like to.
All right. Let me
20.
try history. Oh, 20's good.
Who got
Mine's
what?
Like 5.
22.
22. Once again, you recognize it as an Underdark creature, Lyra. It is called a bone mongrel. It's a creature, it's a magical creature that is derived from when ghouls and other corpses die. Sometimes necromancers or other dark force entities will then make these creatures from the remains of other people.
Ugh.
They're usually meant to either guard something or prevent entrance into something.
Yeah,
I will
that makes-
share information.
I was going to ask, does it look like it's native to this plane, or did it come through that portal? But if he's a guardian, he's probably guarding the portal.
It's possible, yeah.
Or the other side of that portal is the Underdark.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, let's rummage through the treasure.
Yeah.
Rummaging, filling my pockets with gold.
Rummaging. Any gold? Is there gold?
Everybody give me investigation check for the coin spill and other equipment that came out of the creature.
I got a 67.
I rolled a natural 1 and I can't find anything.
I got a 14.
How'd you get a 60? Don't be smart ass, Lyra. What'd you get? You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
Investigation.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I got a 22.
Okay.
67.
You're such a smart ass. I swear to God. You know what? I should keep you at the bottom. That's where you belong. Always at the bottom. So, as you guys begin to kind of move through the equipment, Bludgeon, you've decided to kind of scrape all the coins and everything kind of out of the muck and mire as you're collecting silver and gold, and you come across a few gems and other precious items, and you're kind of a couple of silver rings and gold rings and some other random jewelry. You're kind of focusing on that. Eldira, you come across a shield. It's very strange. It has a skull on the front of the shield. It has suffered no corrosion or damage, so you suspect that it might be magical. And it just has a kind of sinister look about it, and the metal that it's made from feels strangely odd, not quite what you expect it to look like.
Interesting.
Anything else?
Lyra, you find a very strange kind of necklace, and the pendant of the necklace is this strange gear work on it. These little bits of gear, they look like they twist and turn. There's like a chromatic metal to it. You could see hands of time on the front of it as well. It shows no signs of any damage or corrosion. It looks to be, it might be magical as well. I would also say with that roll, you find a very finely crafted dagger with no signs of any corrosion or markings on it. And you also find a longsword that you immediately recognize because of your druid heritage. It is a moon-touched longsword that's also amongst the muck.
Awesome.
Bludgeon, over the course of the next 20 minutes, Bludgeon, you collect 212 silver pieces. You collect 84 gold pieces. And 12 pieces of jewelry worth about 100 gold.
Each or
total? Currently, the remains of the creature are beginning to bubble and pop. They're dissolving rather rapidly. The bones are decaying into the water. The stench has become quite putrid.
Oh, wretched.
In and amongst all of this, I also want to cast detect magic. See if there's
Ritual
anything in
or
this.
ritual or spell?
Spell.
Spell?
Yeah.
So as you cast it, and sure enough, the detect magic bubble erupts around you, and you can verify that the sword is magical, the dagger is magical, the amulet is magical, as well as the shield.
Okay.
Although detect magic gives you school, the shield gives you necrotic school of magic.
Okay.
So it gives you a bit of a negative vibe when you detect magic on that one.
Okay.
You also
And
would
that
notice that as Bludgeon was picking up the jewelry, the plain silver ring that he picked up also is magical.
Okay.
And then you begin to walk the perimeter of the cavern, correct?
Yeah.
Kind of see. As you begin to walk the perimeter of the cavern, just in case you missed anything, wedged under the residual pile of bones at the very back where the creature came out of the pile, you find it's very small. You almost overlook it. It's a small wooden box that glows with a bit of evocation magic. And as you pick up the box and open it, there is a wand inside the box.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay, cool. One more pass around, see if we missed anything.
Other than the portal that Davrex is investigating, no other magical items are found.
Okie dokie. Then I will take the stuff that I found back to the group so that we can go through it and sit around and ooh and ah over it. And I will tell Bludgeon, that plain ring that you got there, it's glowing.
I have the whole pile of gold. I'm an honest
And I-
fellow now.
And I'm going to point at the silver ring. Say, that one, that's magic. The rest is not.
Got it.
What kind of magic was the ring again?
And what kind of magic was the ring?
Enchantment.
Enchantment. Enchantment magic.
Okay.
Anybody
Did you pick up anything from the shield that I'm holding?
The shield that you have has necrotic magic on it. It feels very
okay.
bad.
I sense that, being a warlock.
Yes. It feels very bad. That might be cursed.
Davrex eventually comes wandering over. Well, it'll be interesting to see what y'all think of that portal. I
Can you tell where it
don't know
goes?
if I don't know if it's active or not. There's some strange writings on its edge. There's a strange pattern in front of it. I think it might be some kind of protection to prevent people from going through. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at it further. But I noticed that you found some items. Would you like me to identify them for you?
Oh
Yes.
He sits down. He pulls out his spell
Wait.
book and begins to ritually cast
Wait.
identify. Yes. what?
Before we
Sorry.
do that, can we
Yes.
go back up to that ledge up there on that rock outcropping and not be sitting in the water?
Oh,
Right,
that's
not
a
in
good
the-
idea. Let's go up there.
Can we do all this? Yeah.
Just in case another
Yeah.
one of those creatures are lurking or something else.
Yeah.
You
Or some of
never
that
know.
slime jello goo that was coming up from the ground.
So
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
can actually count this now as a short rest if you want to, if you need it.
We pull out
because
some food. We have a little
It's
snack.
going to take at least an hour to do all of this.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So the ring is a ring of protection +1.
Ooh,
I figured.
The amulet is a clockwork amulet. The item allows the wearer to forego rolling a d20 for an attack roll and retreat the result as a 10. It ensures reliability once per day.
definitely helps with death saves.
So, and all these can be found in your inventory. So you should be able to find these in inventory.
What? How? Huh?
If you go into your inventory and search magic items, it should come up
Oh.
like you would normally search magic items.
Okay,
Yeah, we
what's the
put it
name
in-
of the necklace?
It is called an amulet or clockwork amulet.
Clockwork amulet. Okay.
You could also put it in the party inventory, which I think we
Yeah,
already
I'll-
have a
I'll-
couple things.
I'll
Okay.
see about putting it in the party inventory. Yes.
He identifies the wand as a wand of magic missile, and it
Wand
has
of magic-
five charges on it.
5 charges. Okay.
The moon touched longsword. The sword sheds light in a 15-foot radius of dim light for an additional 15 foot when unsheathed. While simple, it counts as a magic weapon, allowing martial characters to overcome resistance to non-magical damage. So not only is it considered a magical weapon, so that it can do damage to creatures that are resistant to non-magical damage, but whenever the sword is out, it casts a 15-foot radius of light, dim light.
Okay. And the dagger?
The dagger is called a dagger of first light. The dagger grants advantage on initiative rolls. If the wielder is first in the initiative order, their speed increases by 15 feet for the first round. It can also shed light and deal radiant damage instead of piercing damage. Dravorak is going to look at that and go, I think this used to belong to a paladin or something. This feels like something they would possess.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally,
That's
the shield, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the shield.
So it is called the Shield of Bane, or Bane
Oh,
Shield. When the wielder takes damage from a creature within 5 feet, they can use a reaction to curse that creature, forcing it to subtract a d4 from its next ability check or attack roll.
Nice. Who
honestly,
uses a shield?
I mean, if Bludgeon would,
Bludgeon, do you use a shield?
Nope, not right now. I'm a 2-fighting bludgeon.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind taking that shield. That's quite nice. Because
I use
he
a shield, but I
wields
think
a
it's too
single
big for me,
hammer,
right?
and he currently carries a shield with him.
Right.
As
I
long
use
as
a shield too, but I think it's too big for me, right?
Uh,
Not necessarily. It can be if you carry one. We can make it the size for you to carry.
Right now I have a shield.
Yeah,
as
you can
long
carry
as
it
you
too.
don't mind tainting your soul. Honestly, it's the
you know
best thing
what?
that I've ever done.
The druids are a bit on the hippie side. I'll tell you what. Here, Lyra, you take the shield.
Okay.
Most hippies are halfway in the grave already. You take it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You could have it though. I think it would make sense. You get hit a lot.
I think you get hit more than I do.
Oh no. You're mistaken.
Bludgeon, I might think that this sword would suit you.
I think
A
so.
longsword, a bit too big for me. I think it's perfect for bludgeon. I think
Yeah, I
the
think
dagger
it's
should go to
for
bludgeon
bludgeon.
too. I think those two things
Mhm.
fit in quite well. Eldira, you're a bit of a paper mache creature, aren't you? Maybe you should take the ring.
I was thinking the necklace for her too.
Aye.
Either will do nicely.
I think the necklace and the ring. Yeah.
I am not really.
Although we
in
have the
front, though.
we have the wand of magic missile.
I would say, Lyra, you should take the ring.
You want
Because
me to
yes,
take the ring?
I might be lower in armor, but I'm not planning on being close to creatures.
Well, then we should probably give it to bludgeon. He's always right up in their faces.
right
He
up
can
in their
use the
faces.
higher armor.
Yeah. How many of them have what is it? Attunement.
I don't use attunement. Some of them will say attunement on it, and you're kind of stuck having to use it. But until D&D Beyond creates a toggle that allows us to turn off attunement, you're just going to have to deal with it.
Okay.
But know that attunement doesn't matter. So you can wear 5 rings if you want to. You can, wear 2 necklaces, a crown, a tiara, whatever it is.
Just trying to get D&D Beyond to accept that.
Correct.
Okay.
If
So I got 3 good things out of this.
if nobody's privy to the wand, I would like to give it a whirl.
yeah.
Aye.
Take the wand and the necklace.
I
You want
think
the
that
necklace.
makes sense.
Good for me.
I will take the necklace just in case I do get felled in battle.
Okay.
With that, you guys take that hour to sort out equipment and sort the gold.
Do you want me to
and-
put the money in the party pool? Do you guys want me to put the money in the party pool?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
do that.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Well, shall we go try to figure out this daft gateway? See what to do.
Lead the way.
You guys watch as Dravorak kind of leads you back down into the muck and the mire, guides you over to the the stairs, and leads all of you up to the top of the stairs. Once inside this alcove, there's an arch. There's the floating swirl of energy in front of you with a ring of blue light around it, like a blue arcane light. The very top, there's an emblem of an eye. To the right, there's an emblem of a mouth. And to the left, there's a emblem of a face. And then down on the ground in front of the gateway is a 4 kind of like a diamond structure, and in the diamond structure, there's an image of somebody running, an image of someone casting a spell, an image of someone praying, and then an image of someone pulling like back on a bow and arrow. And in the middle of that is a glyph that denotes the atonement of safe passage.
And what is the atonement of safe passage?
Give me Arcana or History check as you read that out loud.
I will Arcana it. Come on. 19.
19. There is Atonement of Safe Passage is a arcane warning that you recognize, that this mark on the ground is tied into the 3 images around the portal. This is designed to keep people out. If you don't do the proper alignment of the ground markings to the images on the archway, you could end up in some random place. You could not end up anywhere at all. You get the feeling that whoever put this here did it as a secondary level of protection.
Rude.
And it's currently an eye, a mouth. What was the third thing that was around the portal?
Face. So on the
Face.
portal, the portal, it's an eye, a mouth, a face. On the ground, written in a diamond pattern, is a person running, person kneeling, a person casting a spell, and a person shooting a bow and arrow.
Well, this is rather confusing.
See,
Yeah, I'm not very good with puzzles. I know this is some kind of protection that if I think we're supposed to stand on the diamond shape, and then we're either supposed to place our foot on one of the markings of the ground and then place our hand on one of the markings around the portal, and that either reveals something or activates the portal to go somewhere. I'm not sure, but I think this is some form of protection or something like that.
so we have to play the hokey pokey.
Oh, no. Back in the underground warrens of the dwarven clan I come from, we played this game that you spun a little wooden counter thing, and then you called out a color, and you put your hand on the color, or you put your foot,
Twister?
or, we didn't call it
Twister?
Twister. We called it something totally different, because I'm sure that name is completely copyrighted right now by some great rich noble family in Exandria.
Can I roll something to investigate if there seems to be a prompting of what starts? What's the first thing on the?
You can give me insight or arcana would apply here.
I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
I'll do Arcana with the lucky. That wasn't much better. 13.
13? Still pretty good. It gives you a starting point. The
That was my
eye.
Lucky of the day. That is.
Yeah, I mean, the eye, you get the feeling means divination.
Mm.
The mouth, you get the feeling that might mean somatic or verbal. And then the mouth might mean verbal, the eye might mean divination, and then the face might mean a combination of the two, or it might mean a wizard. It might mean the person using either somatic or verbal component. It feels like a wizard's mark, some kind of wizard's use of spells.
Okay. So looking at this, And the 3 images are closer to the portal, and then it's like the diamond is outside of it.
Yeah, on the ground. So the portal's vertical as you're staring at it, with the images to the right, to the left, and to the top of the portal. And then on the ground directly in front of the portal is a perfectly drawn out diamond.
Oh,
And
okay.
at the
So like
top of the,
these images are floating like in like in the portal.
correct.
The eye, the face, okay. And then the
Yep.
diamond in front of it. Okay, so we're interacting with the diamond. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
And the diamond at the top of the diamond is a person running. To the left of the diamond is a person casting. To the right of the diamond is a person kneeling in pray. And at the bottom of the diamond is a person shooting a bow and arrow.
Is there a tourney thing so that we can, go to which world we want to, and then the eye comes out and the like the water shoots out and then comes back in and then
No, it
No.
feels more like in the diamond you're supposed to stand on one of the images and then touch a corresponding emblem of the portal.
Let me have a round at this.
She's rolling for Google.
Oh no. No. I'm looking at my notes, like that's why I keep
No, I know. I just like
Yeah.
messing with you.
So okay, so in
I was channeling
Twister-
Stargate, so
in Twister like fashion, Eldira will go up to the diamond and look at the eye, the mouth, and the face, and look down at the diamond.
the eye, the mouth, and the
She
face.
is going to touch. I feel like the eye would have something to do with
Do you think it's
someone-
a wisdom save that we're gonna have to do if we fuck this up?
maybe. Everybody stand back. I'm gonna touch the someone pulling back on an arrow because I believe that is an eye.
So as you stand on the section of the diamond with the arrow being shot, you reach up towards the eye, and as you touch the floating eye emblem, you watch as the outline of the thing that you're standing on begins to glow. The eye actually begins to blink. The iris of the eye begins to look around and down towards you. To your left, you watch
That's
as
not
the
creepy.
face smiles and the face emblem floats into the middle of the portal. The eye floats down onto the face. You then watch as the mouth floats over to the face. Well, hello. Where would you like to be taken, Master Ranger?
Emon.
Amon.
Very well. You watch as the portal like oscillates open. And you watch as the portal goes opaque for a brief second. You feel a breeze. You can smell the salty air as it appears to be somewhere down in the docks.
Does it look like our docks?
Peer through the portal. Give me either insight or perception, your choice.
Okay. 18.
18. As you begin to peer into the portal, there's something wrong with the edge of the portal, and you can see serrated teeth behind what you suspect to be an illusion.
I see serrated teeth, and that looks like an illusion. Which I sent with message, not out loud.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I'll nod. And look down. And I thought I was to complete the full picture. I'm asking the portal.
Where would you like to go, Master Ranger?
Master Ranger. Who is this person talking to?
I don't know. None of us are rangers.
You know what? Hold that thought, and I like step off of it and see if it.
The moment you step off of it, it all comes apart. The eye goes back up, the face goes back over, the mouth goes back over, the diamond stops glowing, and the portal goes back to the way it looked.
Master Ranger, I believe this is actually purposed for somebody. Kept saying Master Ranger, and I'm obviously I touched on the person pulling back a bow.
So
That would be a ranger.
bow
Maybe-
plus
So
Maybe if we try someone casting a spell. What was it? Yeah, casting a spell.
Yeah, that's at the
Mhm.
top of the diamond.
maybe we have a cleric do the one praying.
Fuck you, I'm not getting on that thing.
Okay.
I'm not
So
going
what were
to be
the other ones?
responsible for us dying.
One casting a spell, and then it was someone praying, and then someone running.
Yep.
top
so-
time run. So we did bow plus eye is Master Ranger. I bet if we stand on one of these other three, so 4 times 3 is that many combinations of things that could happen.
Oh yeah. Let's just stand on all of them. Let's stand on all of them at once.
But
Not
is
really.
it permission to close this thing?
Well, if we close it, this is the last portal. We have no way to get home
We have that
unless we close it.
with the earthquake spell.
And we can try the earthquake spell, but we only have one go at that. So we either close this and use the earthquake spell to get back, or we try and go through this, but that's leaving it open.
I say we try to go through this, but I would like to live through this, so. What do we think?
We're all gonna
The mouth
die.
of the whole tunnel, well, the tunnel is living. It goes into the slimy thing with the bone creature. The bone creature was protecting this.
And we
Right.
just killed its protector. Maybe we shouldn't have. Okay, so you have a figure running. Is that the person at the top of the diamond?
At the top of the diamond is a person casting a
Jason.
spell. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Casting spell.
The person at the top of the diamond is casting a spell. Person at the bottom of the diamond is shooting a bow and arrow, which is the one that Eldera just stepped on. The one to the right of the diamond is a person kneeling in prayer. The one to the left of the diamond is a person running.
So we got something like magic, something like a cleric, ranger,
And
that
then
I'll do as ranger, and running
Well,
could be.
why don't we? Why don't
And
we
it was
touch the
eye,
different
mouth.
combinations?
eye, mouth, face. And was there another one on the portal?
Nope, just an
It's just an
eye,
eye, mouth, and a
mouth,
face?
and face. Yep.
Okay. And you did shooting bow and eye?
Yes, I did the shooting bow in the eye.
And you got a ranger out of it.
Yes.
All right. Let's try kneeling and mouth.
So that would be
Kneeling in prayer.
prayer. and
Right.
mouth.
And
And mouth. Yeah.
maybe?
Right.
Who's going to do it? Somebody that prays, a cleric.
He doesn't want to do
No,
it.
no, I've heard of this game before. Yeah, see, I'm the person you recently
Fine.
met.
It's fine.
put
It's
me-
fine. It's
I'll
fine.
do
I
it.
will go. I pray to the Wild Mother. I will do it.
Yes, that
It's
makes more sense. Send the little
Yeah.
child. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Hold Shadow Pelt for me.
Can she reach it?
Okay.
And I am going to try.
So you stand on the kneeling section.
If I
Uh,
kneel on the kneeling section, can I still reach the mouth?
No.
Okay, then yes, I stand on the kneeling section.
Stand on the kneeling section. You reach out, touch the floating mouth section. This time the mouth floats into the middle. Then the eye floats down, and then the face floats over. They merge. Ah, Master Paladin, shall I send you to your usual location? And then you watch as the gateway turns into a fiery gateway. Everyone give me religion check if you're staring at the gateway.
Okay.
Oh, 21.
23.
Nice.
That's an 11.
Bludgeon and Lyra, you recognize a gateway entrance into Avernus.
So kneel and mouth equaled paladin and Avernus. Okay, that's great. That's great.
Does a paladin go there? Is that where a paladin reigns, or is that like they're destroying a paladin? That would be good. Is there teeth around this, or is it just fire?
No, it's not illusion this time. You can feel the heat coming out of the gateway. You can hear the screaming of the demonic figures in the background. You can even see one of the great floating fortresses of Avernus kind of off in the distance with strange winged creatures way off in the distance. You can just feel a very omnipresent kind of feeling of dread and heavy kind of weight on your minds as you stare into the gate.
I'm gonna step off. Thank you, and step off.
As you do, the symbols go back to normal, the gate returns to normal, and the diamond is no longer glowing.
Let's do the casting.
And which one?
The one casting a spell and the person. Would it be the face? I
face?
feel like it'd be the face.
Casting in the face?
Uh-huh.
So who's standing on that one?
I will. I'll volunteer.
You stand up on the top where the casting symbol is. You reach out, touch the face. This time the face floats over first. The eye floats down next. The mouth floats down third. They kind of combine. Ah! Professor Dawn, shall I return you to your usual location?
Yes. Guys.
You are staring at the inside of a Vardo.
Guys. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, but we can't close it if we...
Now, this presents a bit of a problem. Number one, if we go in there, we're not really sure where that Vardo is. Remember, it wasn't there the morning we woke up.
Wait, it wasn't? I thought it was. Out of character. The Vardo was gone?
It was there.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. The Vardo was there, but no one else was.
It was glowing.
So the question of the day is, do we still think it's there?
And is it the same time?
Well, I don't think this is a timey-wimey thing. I think if the professor has somehow managed to build a gateway to allow him in and out of this rift, I think we were the experiment to see if more rifts could be produced, which you read the spell, and I would say that that is a check mark. That reading that spell created multiple rifts that let other people down into this in-between space.
Yeah.
This, I think, is his way of coming in and out of here. I think he's been here many times before. You remember the bodies that you found up in the cave?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie. I'd like a nice tankard of ale. I'd like my bed. I'd like to be back in the Laughing Lamia by tonight. I'm a little concerned about what's waiting for us on the other side.
Or how long we've been gone.
Well, let's go and find out. Otherwise, we could stay here.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
Gods only know what else is down here, slithering and slinking around.
Okay. We jumping through? I take Shadow Pelt back.
Oh, I'm so curious. All right, let's go.
Who's going through first?
Oh, great.
I'll hold open the gate.
Yeah, she's gonna hold. Oh, because it's can you step through the gate while still like?
You get the feeling this is designed for one person, so the moment Eldera steps off, it's only going to allow her through.
And then
Okay.
the
So
next
she has to stay on it to
person.
keep it open for everyone else to
Okay.
walk through.
Okay, I'll go first.
So Lyra, you step up to the edge of the gate and you begin to walk through.
I
You
look
feel
back.
you feel this weird kind of membranic, like this membrane energy source around you that you're kind of pushing through. It's like
Born.
it's almost like a buzzing sensation as you press through it.
Okay.
And then you tumble out and you're inside the familiar wagon.
Do I see a portal?
You do not.
There's a sigil on the floor.
There is
Is
a
it
sigil
glowing?
on the floor. Yep. It is
Is
glowing.
the sigil's glowing.
Eldera and Bludgeon. Davrix doesn't see Lyra anymore, and Davrix goes, "Oh, for the bloody hells of the gods." And he steps through. Lyra, you watch as the dwarf tumbles through the portal and into the Vardo with you.
Okay. I help him up and out of the way. Waiting for the other two.
Bludgeon goes, yep. Bludgeon goes next, tumbles through the portal, comes out the other side. Very bizarre feeling stepping through there.
I help him up.
Eldera, are you
Okay.
next?
I'm next.
And then finally, the sigil stops glowing, and then stepping through is Eldera. All four of you are now inside. The four of you are now inside a darkened Vardo. You can see that the window curtains are still drawn. There is no light coming through the curtains. It would appear it is still dark outside.
Or dark again.
Possibly.
We're gonna
Look out the window and see if we
look
can see
outside.
ourselves heading into the crater.
Yes.
So you guys watch as Bludgeon goes over to the window and kind of like opens up the curtains. The windows do not open and close. They seem to be solidly built into the Vardo. What's your passive perception, Bludgeon? No, either your passive perception or your passive investigation.
14.
14. As you go to move the curtains open, you notice that thinly etched into the window pane is a glyph of warding. If you
Oh.
attempt to touch the window, something bad will happen. But the curtains you're able to peel open. You look outside. You can see your encampment. Bludgeon, you can see 4 people disappear into the crater.
That's us a while ago.
Oh.
Because when we left, we saw a flash of light in this thing.
You did.
we
That is
did.
so interesting. It's a time loop.
Okay.
I seriously thought that time was going to repeat itself and I was going to be the last one left over on the other side.
You'd be stuck there till you die.
Right, yeah. That's what I thought.
Well, remember she
was
said she
destined.
closed. Your elder self said she stayed behind and closed the rift,
Right,
whereas you stayed behind and left it open.
right.
When we look inside this Bardo, can we see any way to turn on this side of the portal to go back?
Give me an investigation check as you examine the interior of the Vardo.
19.
19. There are 3 windows. All of them are glyphed. There's the sigil on the ground that is currently not active. You get the feeling that Dorn possesses the ability to activate the sigil to go back the other way. You also notice on the door, it is locked from the inside. There is the arcane sigil of arcane lock on the door itself.
So the windows are guarded. The door is guarded with magic.
Yep.
We're not getting out of here without damage or some calamity.
Yep.
Do either of you spellcasters know dispel magic?
Oh,
I think
Let
it's
me-
a third level
let
spell.
me check my spell book and see if I've got that one.
Oh,
What about any of the items that we found? Would that be relevant?
I could misty step outside, but I don't think that will help either.
I've got dispel magic.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
What
he
about-
does.
Work amulet. Does that do anything?
No, it won't. Not in this scenario.
All right.
Well, Derrix, I believe you have the key to releasing us from this place without
Yeah,
setting
if
something
it-
off.
Can one of you make an investigation or a arcana check? See how powerful it might be.
I'm gonna look at Arcana.
Okay, give me an arcana check.
Okay, I did investigation 17.
Okay.
I did 22.
Between
Arcana.
Eldera and Lyra, you recognize it as a 6th level ability
Oh.
spell. So he's going to roll a d20 and he needs to get a 16 or higher on his roll. And that is a 10 plus his spell modifier, I believe.
Derrix, I would pray to yourself. Ask guidance.
Guidance.
Well, yeah, guidance. I keep forgetting to tell y'all that guidance is an area of effect. Whenever you stand within 30 feet of me, you automatically get guidance.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, cool.
That way you don't have to remember. You just know that if you're within 30 feet, you get that D4. As long as he's not concentrating on a different spell. Oh, shit. He rolled a natural 18.
Nice.
Plus 4
Plus
is a
the spellcasting
22.
Click.
So you watch as he holds out his Allfather emblem, and you watch as the arcane lock cracks and smokes, and the door pops open a few inches.
Let's GTFO.
Yes, we shall.
You don't need to tell me twice.
I didn't. I only told you once.
I know. It's a figure of speech. You guys step out into the night air of the Scar. You can see your camping setup off to the side, not too far away. You can see at least 2 other locations that are still there. And you could feel the tail end of a tremor, like this finishing feeling of a very deep earthquake that just kind of tremors for a few seconds
It's great.
and then settles.
We just disappeared. That's great. That's great. Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
Kill
Okay.
Professor Thorn, but it's beside the point.
Murderous halfling.
Right.
Anybody watching? Or anybody looking at this area?
I mean, standing out by the Vardo and looking around, you can see that a couple of the other camps have fires going, and you could hear them laughing and talking and kind of teasing with each other about the minor earthquake they just felt. You can hear the background of the city off in the background. No one really seems to pay attention. They're just kind of doing their thing.
I say we
Right.
go sleep in our camp.
I say we, sleep in our camp. I guess we could do that. I was like, go back to the Laughing Lamnia.
Yeah, I'm with Alderia. I'm telling you, this place is cursed. I've
Well,
got
then,
no interest in waiting
let's go
around for that damn
pack up-
professor to come and kill us in our sleep.
Let's go pack up our camp and go.
That sounds
Sounds
good.
Aye. With that, you guys all end up back in the campsite. You start pulling down the tents, wrecking up all the bedrolls, and packing everything into the cart. Davros grabs the handles of the cart. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. And he starts kind of like dragging the pull cart behind him as you guys take the long, windy gravel path to the gated entrance into the scar area of the cloud top. And the guard's there. He turns around, looks. Leaving already? You just got here not that long ago, didn't you? Everything okay?
We collected our samples.
Oh, very well. He kind of leads
We
you
might
guys.
be back.
Good to know. He leads you back out into the streets outside of the high top or the cloud top. You guys are now in the area of like the northern region of Emon. It's nighttime. It's you can hear the sounds of people. People are still going about doing their thing at night, but for the most part, it's late at night. People are around. Where are you guys going? You going straight to the Laughing Lamia at this point?
Straight there
Yes.
for a nice rest.
Yeah.
After in a shower, get all the grossness off.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. That water was very disgusting. And none of us know prestidigitation.
No. So we're still reeking of whatever
Of the
innards
gross.
and gross and ick.
Yeah, I got swallowed. Yeah,
Wasn't
and
that
it was
Um,
disgusting.
From basilisk guts to spider guts to whatever that thing was to
Bone mongrel.
bone mongrel.
Yeah. That was from the Underdark. Gross. Remind me never to go there.
Oh, the
And
Underdark's
out of
lots of fun.
10 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Mhm.
Okay, so Laughing Lamia.
All right. With that, about an hour's journey through the city, and before long, you are back inside of the Laughing Lamia.
I recognize the sound.
It's so good to be home.
Yeah.
You guys see Lamia look over. Oh, still back so soon. Everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
After a long bath, it shall be.
Oh well, your normal rooms are prepared as always. Dravorak, do you got a moment? I'd like to talk to you about something. Sure. Can we have the common suite tonight? I think we could use it. It's got the small bath attached to it, right, Lamia? Yeah, I guess. Sure. She reaches behind the counter, pulls out the silver key, tosses it over to Bludgeon. Bludgeon, you catch it, and the three of you hit the stairs and head up to the very top of the Laughing Lamia, which is at the very tippy top. It's made of 4 suites at the very top. You guys find yourself matching the key to one of the rooms, and it opens up into a pretty large common room space with at least 5 other rooms attached to it in various heights. Like there's a couple lofts up above. There's 2 rooms attached below. But what's really nice is like sitting on the edge of the room that overlooks the city itself. You can see like a hot tub, like this giant wooden hot tub
nice.
that overlooks down into the city. Everything's plush. You could, like all the couches and chairs are overstuffed. There's paintings on the wall. This feels like these rooms are kind of reserved for posh people that come and visit the city from time to time. There's also since both Lyra and Eldera are innately arcane, you recognize that the table with the chairs around it, there's a glyph of summon feast on it, where all you do is once per day, you touch the
wonderful.
glyph, and then a table of food just kind of blossoms on the top of the table. There's a small kind of push bar nearby with a cart and wheels loaded with all sorts of beverages of beer and wine and all the drinks that you could possibly want. There's a little mini workstation where you could do writing and cartography and draw out recipes and alchemy and other stuff. There's also a small tinker's bench near the back wall as well.
We may need to ask for this room more often.
Yeah, I would say
It's
so.
good living.
Wonder how much she charges for this room.
You don't want to know.
I don't
Clearly, she owes Dravorak a favor, or else she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Well, at least it was empty.
I would call this mid-evening at this point. Not quite early, not quite late.
Okay. I'm gonna wash the muck off.
Same.
You guys watch as Lyra gets down to her undergarments and then doop, plops into the hot tub.
And Shadow Pelt. I pull him into.
Just starts squealing at the top of his
he's
lungs.
a panther. He's not a house cat. Panthers like water.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Panthers like water.
He dips in, swims around for a bit, and then kind of crawls up onto the side of the stone and just kind of lounges with two paws in the water and his big furry head kind of at an odd angle, just kind of staring off into the darkness.
Okay. I am scrubbing.
Yeah.
Scrubbing. It's so
All the
gross.
ick off.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eldira
my
gets in. Is everybody in the hot tub at this point? Are we
Is it like a big tub? or
Yeah, I
just
mean,
like-
you could.
Oh, okay.
It's basically, you could tell that's a big hollowed out piece of stone. You suspect it's got a magic invocation on it that boils the water inside. Because as soon as Lyra got in, it just kind of started going on its
Oh,
own,
cool.
and like
It's like a
at the
jacuzzi.
yeah, but it just uses magic instead of contemporary
Right.
mechanics. Yeah,
Wonderful. Yeah.
it's
no,
it's
I
big
love
enough to hold
it.
about. It's big enough to hold about 5 to 6 people. I mean, this is a suite designed to probably
not-
entertain dignitaries and other people that come and go.
I'm not wasting any time. I will definitely just bathe the yuck off.
Yes.
Legend has those old style underwear with a flap in the back with buttons.
Like as you get in, both Lyra and Eldira look at you like, I think my great grandpappy used to wear those.
Reliable.
As you guys linger and get the muck and kind of get the scrub of the day off of you, eventually the door opens and a very kind of disgruntled looking Dravorak comes in. But then he sees the hot tub, he pulls off his armor and just has like one of those kind of like traditional sarong wrapped undergarments, and he kind of climbs into the hot tub with all of you, and he just goes, oh, this is, I don't normally ask her for use in this room, but after tonight I felt that we kind of needed it. Glowbeam, bring it in here, would ya? You watch as a invisible servant suddenly erupts in the middle of the common room. It floats over to the bar, the portable bar, and the invisible servant kind of like guides the cart over by the jacuzzi, and then he reaches over, grabs a big tankard of ale, and just sits there, starts sipping at it, and starts looking at the three of you. So what do we do now with this information? I mean, I'm not really sure. Do we go to somebody? I don't think this professor is someone
is
we can
above-
trust.
My pay grade.
Lyra, what about your mentor?
That is who I would go to. Take
That's
this
the
information.
person we could trust.
Is it?
Well,
Could you really trust anybody with that kind of magic that we saw down there? Look, I don't know about rifts and portals and all that. I'm not really geared up for such thoughts or knowledge, but clearly somebody as magically powerful as the professor, he's clearly up to something. And I felt
we
like
have-
that space had a lot of potential for discovering other kinds of magic, or discovering, I mean, we all saw it, right? When we first got there, the remains of that blasted dragon. I mean, as
Thordak.
far as I know, the stories go that it was blasted out of existence. that there was no remnant left of it, that it had collapsed in on itself, and the lair that it was in had collapsed in on itself as well. I mean, when Vox Machina killed the creature, there was nothing left, but we saw it. We came through the crater and the portal, and we saw its physical bones and remains. It's a massive size.
Professor
Yeah.
Dorn is a powerful man, and I believe we should still meet with him.
To what conclusion? To what end do you think this does for us?
Business as usual, because we don't want to make enemies of a powerful.
So what, we
Powerful
tell
man.
him
Well, to
that
be
it didn't
clear,
work,
Interesting.
or
I'm pretty good at magic. He's going to realize that his arcane lock was disabled from the inside.
That's fine. We can tell him that.
Or you want to tell him that we went through a
So-
secret portal? And
Tell
he's
him that
going
we
to
went through the
presume that
portal.
we found his secret bodies up in the secret cave with the spider. And I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, couldn't we just kill him and ask him 5 questions? That's so much easier. I'm just saying.
we don't have to kill him to ask him 5 questions. We
Yeah,
can-
but you know, that's not necessarily going to lie. I mean, he might be compelled to lie. But anyways, it's a bad joke. I apologize. He
You
just
know-
like sinks underneath the water and then kind of floats back up, and his beard and hair are all straight down over his face, and he kind of parts it.
No, that's a sight.
No.
The beard.
When we
Yeah.
ran across the older Eldira, it seems like she was on a mission to close these portals.
Yeah.
Who was that mission from?
Probably from just knowing what this is capable of.
Of her own volition, then.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a
Well,
pretty damn good question, though.
I think that we should meet with your friend, Lyra. And then after that,
Yeah.
maybe I do believe that we need to play the social game. Keep a front. Don't let
smile,
Professor Dorn
happy. Yay.
don't let Professor Dorn know that we know anything different.
Or anybody else. We're taking a risk by talking to this mentor. But then again, he is successful doing this.
But if he doesn't know and Professor Dorn kills us, then Professor Dorn can still do the evil things that he wants to do and potentially bring Thordak back. Because he's got his body. And
And what does the
all of
mentor
those time
want
rifts.
information?
The mentor doesn't want anything because he doesn't know anything about this.
Didn't he weren't we given the ability to get into the area by him? He equipped us. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave you guys a lantern of reveal because because Lyra, you told him the plan was to follow what Professor asked for and to use the spell in the crater. So he knows that much because he believes that the professor's nutso. He doesn't think the professor's operating on all cylinders. So
Right.
he's probably humoring this little, adventure that the professor has you guys on.
Yeah, he only gave it to us so that we could, bilk the guy for money. He didn't give it to us because he thought he was onto anything.
Or maybe he did. Arcane casters can be very manipulative.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we pay him a visit, and then we figure out how we want to approach Professor Dorn. We can't be too long though, because Professor will start to become suspicious.
I mean, how long ago did he really use
We have
the-
time.
Yeah.
Because ourselves just went through the portal, so
Right.
I say we take a good long rest, think it over, sleep on it, and in the
You wanna
morning,
set a watch so that no one kills us in our sleep.
I
We
would
don't have to worry about that in this room.
Eventually, I would also like to go to the library and research what could be my background. Perhaps when we wake up.
You think they wrote books about you?
Well, background books. Not me personally, but the era that I might be from. I don't know.
I really want to see if they wrote books on
The library.
this. You know,
Yeah, Lyra's out intrigued. She like perches up on the edge of the spa and like, they write books about you, Bludgeon? They have lots of books about you, Bludgeon? You know, like she didn't realize she was walking around with a famous person.
Floating on her back.
Yeah.
he's just floating.
So as you guys spend the evening talking, drinking, and discussing, eventually Dravorak is the first one to kind of get up and kind of like head over to one of the rooms. But I'm going to get some sleep. And he disappears inside one of the rooms.
I'm also going to get some sleep.
You said there was a tinkerer's table.
There is.
I'm gonna go sit over there casually, and we got chunks from the spider that could be
That
fashioned
green one?
That's right.
perhaps a breastplate.
Oh shoot, we have chunks from the spider. We have
3 of them.
basilisk tongues, eyes, teeth, and skin.
Delicious.
That can all be useful.
But I think it's like a hard plate, right? These 3 things from the spider.
Give you the dwarf is Dariax, and the highborn and the dragonborn is Dravorak.
Yes.
That
I
Yeah.
completely did that on accident. I had no idea it was that dumb.
that it was going to be Dariax and Davrix.
Yep.
All right.
So, Bludgeon, you're heading over to the Tinker's table to start examining some of the remnants of things that you gathered from below.
My intent is to make some kind of breastplate out of the spider shell, whatever that is.
Yeah. Tinkering comes in 2 parts. The assembling of the material that takes a bit of wisdom and intelligence. Which one's higher for you, wisdom or intelligence?
Intel is 18.
Ooh, you're a smart fighter. Give me an intelligence check. So roll a d20 and add your modifier to it. 21, nice. You take the many different hardened carapaces of the spider that you salvaged from it. You take a little bit of the basilisk skin and start to form it into straps, and there are little metal rivets at the tinker's table that allow you to affix all the converted skin into leather strapping onto the breastplate. You kind of form. There's some spare buckles. You kind of quickly stitch those, and you spend about an hour as you assemble everything. As it's being assembled, there is a small bit of arcane, like an arcane oil that comes with these tinker tables. It's designed to kind of make sure everything is affixed together, kind of formed together. You kind of dip that into a rag and you begin to kind of polish into the breastplate and infuse it with the arcane oil. Now give me either sleight of hand or performance.
They're both the same.
Okay.
Sleight of hand gets us natural 20.
Wow.
3 is 23.
Yeah, that's 2 epic rolls in a row for tinkering for the first time. You successfully make this would be the equivalent of a half breastplate of armor, except it's considered lightweight. So as you structure it and meld it and manipulate it, by the time you work into the wee hours of the night, this is essentially a simple breastplate of elven chain would be its most obvious equivalent. So if you go into inventory and search elven chain shirt, that is what you successfully made tonight.
Good. Then I'll go to bed.
That's pretty cool.
Anybody else want to work on anything before setting into the long rest?
Oh, I'm going to crash hard into the pillow.
Okay. Lara, anything?
Yes, I want to work on stuff with Shadow Pelt.
Have you taught him any commands yet? Have you tried yet?
What did I teach you? I taught Pounce. I taught
That's
Pounce.
right. Yep, he knows Pounce now, which gives him the Pounce ability whenever he is ready to start being able to fight. What would you like to teach him now?
What would be next after Pounce?
There's hide, there's follow, there's defend.
I want to teach him to hide.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check, if you would, please.
Animal handling. Okay. 18.
18. He spends an hour with you, kind of hiding under the bed, hiding in corners, using the shadows of the curtains, and you kind of use a kind of hand signal to teach him how to hide. You do that for about an hour. Every time he succeeds, you give him a bit of a treat, a bit of raw meat that you keep inside of a leather satchel. And at the end of that hour, he now knows the command hide.
Perfect. Well, he's still tiny. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I sleep.
Okay. I need everyone to make charisma saves, please.
Oh, great.
Six.
Charisma.
6
Oh,
for
shit.
bludgeon.
That's not good.
14.
We wake up and we're back in the 18.
18 for Lyra. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
14 for Eldira.
Charisma is not
Eldira,
like this character.
in the middle of your meditative sleep, right? Because you don't sleep like traditional people do. You meditate. And typically 5 hours of meditation is usually all you require. You have a dream that you are back down in the caverns. But it's not just you. It's dozens and dozens and dozens of versions of you. Of different ages, of different times, different kind of sense of urgency, different kind of outcomes. And it's almost as if you're flashing forward and rewinding. And every time you step through the portal, you're in the Vardo, you're in the crater, you're in the portal, you're in the Vardo, you're in the crater, you're in the portal, you're in the Vardo, you're in the crater, you're in the portal, you're in the Vardo, you're in the crater. This subsequent memory loop you find yourself thrashing about in. It overwhelms you. It brings you momentarily awake. You sit up. Your eyes are blurry and kind of droopy from the meditative state. It's still dark outside. The tavern's gone quiet. It looks like it's that 3:00 hour, with that the city's in transition. People are just going home. Some are beginning to wake up, and the noise, the city is very quiet. It's unusually quiet. You stare at the window that is slightly ajar. There's a breeze and the curtain is moving. You don't remember if you left that open or not. You don't remember if you closed it.
Can I quickly look around to see if someone's with us?
Give me a perception check as you look around.
16.
Your room is relatively small but nice. The bed is like a full-size bed with end tables on either side, a little kind of dresser drawer, a little armoire, and like a little sitting table that you can sit at. Your door out into the main common room is still closed. You're actually up in the loft area because that's one of the ones that had the window overlooking down into North Emon, down into up into North Emon and down into the promenade, because the Laughing Lamia is very close to the promenade. There's no sound. There's just the wind through the window. There's no one else here, but you have that eerie feeling that maybe somebody was here. You're pretty sure you closed that window, and now it sits open a few inches with the breeze kind of pouring through and the curtains kind of shifting about.
I'm going to make my way up to the window and kind of look out.
You head over to the window and you look out. There is sitting on the lower rooftop of the Lamia Inn. You can see a woman dressed in similar attire that you're dressed in, like your adventuring attire, sitting down on the lower roof. Her legs are kicking back and forth, and she's kind of humming and whistling to herself a song that you would often whistle to yourself. You notice on the roof area that she's sitting, there are cards laid out, and she is pulling from a deck of cards and laying them out alongside of her. And you stare at that for just a moment, and you kind of like blink and rub the sleep out of your eyes, and then the image is gone. There's no one there. No one sitting there. You could see somebody pushing a cart that moves by. You could see somebody else's curtains opening, and you could see like an elven gentleman kind of coming out and stretching onto his porch down below. He sees you up in the window and just kind of waves friendly up at you and kind of sits down in a chair, starts drinking something. The crowds are beginning to kind of fill out into the street, the early morning crowds, that is.
I wave back and I kind of return back to where I was sitting and just kind of think to myself, am I losing my mind? And I pull a card.
Oh, yeah, pull a card. What do you pull?
5 of Cups upright.
What does that mean?
It signifies grief, loss, disappointment, and regret. Well, now, it does seem like I'm losing something of myself. I like kind of mumble to myself.
Bludgeon, you sit bolt upright, and you are in an unfamiliar place.
Uh-oh.
There are trench works on either side of you. There are soldiers wearing chainmail and heavy armor. There's the sound of catapults launching off in the distance. You can hear the din and roar of a battle waging on the outside of these earthenworks. You can see about 30 individuals to your right, another 50 to your left, all of them carrying spears, readying swords. And then suddenly the blow of a whistle as everyone immediately starts running over the earthenworks, and you find yourself following these individuals over the edge of these earthenworks. As you come over the edge, off in the distance, you can see a castle of gray and white stone in the distance. There's a banner floating from it, but you can't really see the banner. In front of you, a series of earthworks with crisscross logs and wooden spikes jutting outward. You can see what looks to be heavily armed individuals running towards you, and all of you and the people on either side of you running towards them. Spears and swords out. The clash is just intense. The crash comes together, metal on metal, wood on wood, spear on spear, sword on sword. The noise around you is this heavy din of people yelling, dying, screaming, all around you. You feel something strike you in the back of the head, and you drift, and you fall. It's this long fall and this long drift. And then, at first, a bit of a headache, a sense of something wet along the corners of your mouth, the feeling of cold air kind of wafting over your face. One eye slowly opens, the other eye is swollen shut. You have this notion to feel at the back of your head, and there's this huge kind of like bruise and lump on the back of your head. You pull your hand, there's blood pouring off your fingers. You sit up. It's no longer the light of day. It's the early hours of evening. You could hear the carrion birds circling up above. You stagger to your feet. You look around, and it's just bodies everywhere. Except off in the distance, you can see 3 female figures. They're standing atop some earthenworks, looking towards the castle, and the castle is currently on fire. The banner that was up on the top of the castle now in flames and ash as it drifts off into the distance. Your hand outstretched, you begin to stagger towards these 3 women. One is blonde, one is a redhead, and one has black hair. They are of different heights, and they're all wearing leather armor, but their armor's slightly different. Each one is a bit... And then you see it. The one with blonde hair, you can see the emblem on the back of her armor. It's an emblem of a tree. The one with red hair, you see an emblem on the back of her armor. It is the image of a rising sun. And the third one, the one with black hair, on the back of her armor, is an image of a hand with its palm open towards you, holding a lightning bolt. You try to get closer, but with each step, they get further away. You get closer, they get further away. You stagger forwards, you stagger closer, forwards and closer. You try to catch up with them. You feel like you're yelling for them to stop, but you hear nothing coming out of your mouth. The morning light settles in, comes through the window. It comes across your face, waking you up in the morning. The sound of the tavern just kind of coming back to life down below. Lyra, when you wake up, you swore you heard somebody yelling in the next room over. Like somebody sitting up and yelling out the word stop. It sounded like it was coming from Bludgeon's room.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Yeah, as you get up out of
grab
bed
grab my staff and go and investigate.
Yeah, you get up and you start heading towards the door. As you head towards the door, on the ground between you and the door is a clay pot with a small sprouted tree in the clay pot. You can see the outline of small halfling feet came in through the door and left through the same door.
My size feet?
You even trace it, they're exactly your size.
Is it my tread? Like the same?
No, they're bare feet.
Bare feet. Okay. Do I recognize the plant?
Give me a nature check as you stare at it.
23.
You do not recognize it at all.
Huh. Can I touch the pot?
Yeah, you reach out. It's made of like a clay finish. The earth is freshly moist from being watered.
Tangible.
Yeah, it's real.
Huh. Okay.
And then you hear Bludgeon yell again. Eldera, you'd hear this as well because you're actually up before everybody.
I'm okay.
Gonna go down and check on Bludgeon and see if he's all
So,
right.
Eldera, you come down from the loft. The dwarf throws open the door from his room. What the bloody hell is going on? Lyra, you're coming out as well?
I'm standing in my doorway looking at the plant.
Eldera and the dwarf head over to Bludgeon's room. They throw open Bludgeon's door. The dwarf's wearing like leather pants and nothing else, and he's holding his hammer, his big one-handed hammer in his hand. Comes breaking through Bludgeon's door. Bludgeon is sitting upright in his bed. He's covered in sweat. His eyes look kind of bleary as he's just kind of breathing heavily, looking around. The window and the sun have kind of cast across him as he's sitting there looking at all of you. And the dwarf, are you all right, Bludgeon? Everything okay?
I tell the story of what I just experienced, this vision and flashback, and I'm trying to understand the role of those three women. Were they on our side and they continued to attack the castle, or were they from the castle, defeated this army? I guess he's still just confused at the scene.
Yeah. So it's like Bludgeon's like explaining the scene to all of you. Although I think Lyra's still in her room staring at the plant. So he's explaining it.
Continued investigating, making sure it's not. Is it trapped?
No, it just seems like a small sprouted plant of some sort.
I'm gonna pick it up and then I will carry it.
As Bludgeon's in the middle of telling the story, you watch as Lyra comes wandering in to the room. She's carrying this little potted plant in both hands, staring at it very quizzically while also listening to Bludgeon's story.
Yeah.
Did I recognize those women, or were they just too far off in the distance?
You never saw their faces. You saw the back of them. You remember the emblems that you experienced. This is a memory you just simply don't recall.
Okay. But this is a tree in front of us. We just now have a link to the vision.
You look at what Lyra is carrying. It's possible. It looks like a small sprouted tree, but its leaves, its design looks strange. In fact, as all of you lean a little bit closer, you could see very thin traces of golden light running up through its root system and into the heart of this tree sprout, out onto the leaves. Everyone's free. Well, Larry, you didn't recognize it through your nature check.
Right.
But you're free
Arcana?
to make an Arcana check, and you can too as well, Adira, because you are innately arcane.
19.
Dirty 20.
20. You even hear Davrix go, "Bless my soul." And as all of you are staring at that sprouted tree, Is that what I think it is? And the three of you, the dwarf and the two of you, realize Lyra is holding the sprouted seed of a sun tree. And that's where we're gonna finish tonight.
Yeah, lemons.
Sun tree.
comes all the way from Whitestone.
Oh.
Okay, well, things just got interesting.
So
We're back. We're not struggling to survive anymore.
and that's where we'll finish tonight. So we will meet next week, and then we're officially on break. We'll be closed. The studio will be closed for a week, and we won't meet again until the 30th. Normally when we're live, this is where I say, everyone be kind, be safe, and we'll talk after. So I'm going to run the intro again so that I can end the recording after the intro. That way I don't have to do any edits whatsoever. And then I only have to do one more of these, and then these will all go live the week that we're on vacation. So you guys go ahead and linger for a minute while I run the outro.
All right.
A shadow stirs on the mountain high. Whispers dance where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.
Stealing hand, hearts ignite, echoes call through endless night. Rise up, the dawn is near. The call of legends loud and clear, through fire and frost, through.
Perfect. Now I don't have to edit any of that.
Nice.
Makes my life a lot easier. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see you all next week. Hopefully we'll
And next week.
have a good interview, and we'll get a new person. We'll see how it goes. So
Yay.
Talk to
Fingers
y'all
crossed.
later. remember, if you know of anyone, send them my way. I'll talk to them. So
Sounds
good
good.
night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, guys.